We're often told to be kind, to help others, and to put their needs before our own. But what if I told you that being too kind could actually harm you? In a world full of expectations, it's easy to give too much and forget about ourselves, leading to emotional and physical burnout. Today, I'm going to share 12 Stoic lessons that will change the way you think about kindness and its limits. You'll learn how to practice kindness with wisdom, protect your boundaries, and preserve your well-being just as the Stoics did. These ancient philosophers understood the importance of balance, and by the end of this, you'll see why putting yourself first doesn't make you selfish. It makes you smart. 1. Beware of being taken advantage of. Kindness is a virtue, but without discernment, it can turn into a weakness. Stoicism teaches that we should practice kindness with wisdom, not blind generosity. By giving without thought, you may become a target for manipulation. People will see your willingness to help and take advantage of it, expecting you to always say yes. The Stoics remind us that kindness should never be separated from wisdom. It's essential to know who deserves your time and effort. The next time you're asked to do something, pause. Consider whether your actions are aligned with your principles or if you're just giving to gain approval. Not everyone has your best interests at heart, and that's okay. What matters is that you recognize it. 2. Losing focus on what's important. When you say yes to everything, you risk losing sight of what truly matters. Excessive people-pleasing can pull you away from your own goals and values. Stoics believe in staying focused on what aligns with your inner principles, not simply pleasing others. In life, we all have limited time and energy. It's crucial to direct it toward what enriches our lives and fulfills our purpose. Next time you're tempted to put others' needs ahead of your own, think about whether their requests fit into your personal path or detract from it. Don't feel guilty for saying no when it's necessary for your own growth. 3. Weakening your boundaries. Setting boundaries isn't easy, especially if you've been raised to always be accommodating. But without them, others will overstep. Stoicism teaches the value of establishing limits while practicing virtue. True strength doesn't lie in always agreeing or pleasing others. It lies in having the courage to set clear limits. When you're too kind without those boundaries, people can unknowingly, or knowingly, start expecting more from you. Over time, you'll find yourself doing things that drain you mentally and physically. Learning to assert your limits isn't selfish. It's self-preservation. 4. Becoming overburdened. Constantly giving can lead to exhaustion. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of knowing when to say no. A Stoic understands that if you're constantly pouring out your energy without refilling it, you'll end up depleted. Overcommitment is a fast track to burnout, especially if you never take time for yourself. Stoic philosophy teaches that our personal energy and resources are finite, so we must use them wisely. Learn to say no without guilt and recognize that you have limits for a reason. Taking care of yourself allows you to help others more effectively in the long run. 5. Sacrificing your own needs. It's admirable to want to help others, but doing so at the expense of your own needs will leave you drained and unsatisfied. Stoicism emphasizes balance. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Helping others is noble, but you must take care of yourself first. Many of us struggle with this. We're told that being kind means giving endlessly, but that's not sustainable. The Stoics remind us that it's okay to put ourselves first sometimes. If you sacrifice too much, not only will you lose your energy, but you'll also lose sight of your own values and goals. 6. Encouraging dependence in others. By constantly helping others, you may unknowingly foster dependence. When you always step in to rescue someone from their challenges, you rob them of the opportunity to build resilience. Stoicism teaches that part of being kind is allowing others to grow by facing their own struggles. We all want to help those we care about, but sometimes the best help we can offer is to step back and let them handle things on their own. The Stoics believed that we should guide and support others, not enable their weaknesses. True kindness allows people to become strong on their own. 7. Diminishing your strength. Equating kindness with being agreeable all the time can diminish your ability to stand firm. Stoic philosophy encourages us to be strong, not just in body but in spirit. Kindness doesn't mean allowing yourself to be walked over. It means acting with integrity, even when that requires toughness. There are moments in life when you need to assert your boundaries, say no, or stand your ground. Being agreeable may seem like the easier path, but it leads to resentment and self-sacrifice. The Stoics remind us that true virtue involves both gentleness and strength. 8. Allowing emotional manipulation. Being too eager to please can open the door to emotional manipulation. When you're constantly seeking approval through kindness, people may take advantage of that. Stoicism teaches emotional detachment, emphasizing the importance of acting from reason, not from a desire to be liked. The Stoics believed in mastering our emotions to prevent them from controlling us. They taught that we should give out of reason, not out of obligation or a need for validation. If you find yourself doing things just to make others happy, pause and reflect. Are your actions driven by logic or by a need to be liked? 9. People will only expect you to give. When you give too much, people come to expect it. The Stoics knew that people adapt quickly to patterns. If you're always available to help, people will come to rely on you without question. You might start to notice that others no longer appreciate your generosity. They just expect it. Stoicism teaches that real worth comes from living according to virtue, not from meeting others' expectations. By setting limits, you remind others that your time and energy are valuable, and they shouldn't take it for granted. 10. Your goals will be ignored. When you put others' needs first all the time, you may find that your own goals are sidelined. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living by reason and virtue. This means prioritizing your responsibilities and personal growth. If you're always focused on helping others, you may be running away from something inside you. Stoic wisdom encourages introspection. Are you using kindness as a way to distract yourself from your own fears and insecurities? By focusing on your own path, you not only grow as a person, but also become more capable of truly helping others. 11. People will think you are weak. Over time, if you're too giving, people may start to see you as weak. Stoicism teaches us to be strong and self-reliant. Kindness should never be equated with weakness. By setting limits and practicing self-discipline, you earn respect rather than becoming someone others can walk all over. When you begin to assert your boundaries, people will start to respect you more. They'll see that you have priorities and responsibilities that matter to you. And as a Stoic, you'll know that true strength comes from maintaining control over your own life, not from constantly giving in to others. 12. Emotional burnout. Finally, constantly giving without receiving can lead to emotional burnout. Stoicism teaches that we should help others, but only in a balanced way. Your emotional health matters, and the Stoics remind us that we cannot help others if we are depleted ourselves. Pay attention to your feelings. If you find that giving is starting to wear you down, it's time to take a step back. Practice self-awareness and check in with yourself. Stoic wisdom emphasizes that a balanced life is key to long-term happiness.